much say should the husband have over the pregnant woman's health? One of the TV shows I watched, and I had to rewatch it so that I can have this conversation with you. The woman had a difficult pregnancy. The baby had a 50-50 chance of surviving. They have been trying for over a decade to have this particular baby. Now, there were complications. Now, basically, for that baby to be born, the doctors had to carry out a surgery, not a C-section now, a surgery, right? That would allow the baby to be able to breathe properly whilst in the womb. So basically, they were just going to make the woman the baby's oxygen and lungs for about 2 or 3 hours. Anything could have happened. The woman agreed with the doctors just before they got into the theater and said, look, no matter what happens, save my baby. However, when they went outside to speak to the husband, to tell the husband, we're going to start in a few hours, if there's anything you like to do, the husband said clearly, please, no matter what happens, save my wife. I cannot do without my wife. And then the doctor is smack in the middle, once again, of an impossible decision. So the question this morning I ask, once again, ladies and gentlemen, in life-threatening cases, how much say should a husband have in the wife's health? Welcome to your conversation station.
Stimulating and insightful conversations. Hello, Port Harcourt. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
As always, turn down the volume of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. Didn't see it, didn't hear it. Please do not make unsubstantiated and unverified claims. And please do not make inciting statements. Now, numbers to call 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0003. You can follow us on social media at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X, that's Twitter, by the way, at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. There's a post up. I'd like for you to join the conversation. In these impossible scenarios, do you think the man should have as much say as the wife in that particular space? Life-threatening. Look, as long as it's a pregnancy situation, should the man even have a say in what the woman decides to do? In this case, her life is in danger. It sounds, and that, for me, that's the biggest part of this conversation, if I'm honest, if you can help me explain. Why would any man think he has the right to make a unilateral decision about his wife's health? He's not carrying the pregnancy. He did not miss a period. Never had mood swing. His nose did not get swollen. He wasn't waking up with back pains. The baby wasn't kicking his stomach. He doesn't have cramps. His water will not break. So what exactly does he have to do or say with the woman's health? 92.3. Good morning, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
My name is David. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Good morning, David. Thank you for joining us.
Okay. In my own view, a situation like this, I believe the husband and the wife should make a decision privately before informing the doctor. Because just like the scenario you gave, how a woman will say in whatever situation, make sure you save my baby's life. And the husband is going on the contrary. There will also be a situation whereby you will see the wife will say, the husband will say, please, in my situation, save my baby's life. And the wife will say, save my life. So for the doctor not to be caught in the middle, I think the husband should be invited to the church to discuss with the wife for them to have a decision before anything will be carried out.
That sounds like a great idea. Don't get me wrong, but once again, how much say should anyone have beyond the woman? JJ speaking to us from Rumigo. JJ, good morning to you, please.
Jude, good morning.
Good morning.
Jude, I'll give you two stories. Very short time, but I know you don't have time. First, it was a nurse that was working in a pharmacy owned by my uncle some time ago. She didn't come to work for like 3 days. And they were like, where this person now? Where this person now? And I said, she been told she get belly pain. My uncle now said, you move and look for her and let's know her situation. Dude, we got to the place, they said, they now directed me to where she's taking treatment in one spiritual house. Are you with me?
I'm listening to you.
So immediately, I placed a call to the person that sent me. He said to evacuate her immediately. We got there, took a taxi, took her to the hospital. She was having appendicitis.
Oh, dear.
You know what happened? As soon as she got to the hospital, not quite 3 minutes, they started operation procedures on her. And the doctor said if she has waited for another 10 minutes, it would have been no more. And the normal procedure, you are like a medical person, is that somebody need to sign from the family.
Yes.
Nobody. They didn't wait for anybody to sign because it would have been too late for anybody to come from anywhere to sign. That decision solely lies on the doctor to save a life. My personal situation, I was out in one of the biggest hospitals around, and they say, oh, pay this, pay that, and when situation changed, before I came back, my baby has already been delivered. Nobody signed, nobody did anything. The consultant, they said, look, I am in charge here, take her in and deliver this baby now. So, saving life, I don't think I'm not a medical expert. You're not a medical expert. But when the experts speak, bro, you just have to obey and give in. If not, you take responsibility for whatever they will do wrong. So for me, I think allow the doctors or whoever that is expert to do their work instead of coming with opinion that you don't even understand. And conclusively, before I go, the case in Lagos where you have a baby that need blood transmission, and the parents said because of religious reasons, they are not giving, they are not permitting. The Lagos State governor said, look, put that thing in the baby. It will not fall. And the baby is alive today. They have gone to court. Whatever the case, the government is able to bear it. I take a bow if you don't have any questions.
Oh, thank you very much, JJ. What's up right now? We'll get a message or two. Go back to the phone lines. Don't forget, you can follow us on social media at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. Good morning, Jude. I think a lot of people who have this scenario are usually men who see themselves as lords over the woman and the woman's body. When it comes to a life or death situation, I feel the woman should be able to make the most informed decision for her health, not just for the husband and the family, but herself, because who they are alive, now they feed man. Okay, all right, thank you very much. That's from James. So James feels it's the woman that should have priority as it pertains to her health. As it pertains to her health, she should have priority, not the husband. But I'm curious. When I read that comment, and it wasn't just that comment; it was the comments that followed it. A lot of men on that thread kept saying, "No, they've married the woman, and so they will have to talk to the woman, and they will make the decision, not the woman making the decision." It's the woman's health. Once again, I have to reiterate. I don't know of any man who has gotten pregnant, who has missed a period, who has cramps, who has mood swings, who has cravings in the middle of the night. You want to eat tomato and starch, or you want to wake up and say it's chalk, that's your problem. I don't know of any man who has that. All of these changes, both physiologically and psychologically, the woman undergoes during pregnancy. It's the woman that should be able to speak and say, okay, this is how I feel. This is how I would like this to go on. Once again, don't know anything, only getting to find out from you. WhatsApp 009-030-6416, 009-030-6416. All right, that's where you find us on WhatsApp and Telegram. Please don't call that number. I see some of you still trying to call that number. Please, when you do that, you prevent me from being able to read the comments that come through. Please don't call them. If you want to call us, 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. Good morning, Jude. These kind of decisions should be made as a family. Man and woman should agree. There's no need trying to put the doctor in those impossible decisions. But I agree with the caller. When it comes to life, the doctor should do what is best for the patient. And at that point in time, the woman is the patient. But wait, hold on. But so is the baby. So also is the baby. The baby is a patient. The doctor has a responsibility to bring that child into the world. Anyway, we'll be back. More views coming up.
The show continues after this break on Nigeria.
crew to take you on a whirlwind ride. Yeah, Sunnyside comes up, and then you have Hard Facts with, of always, Mr. K himself. Kalada Dokoro will be here from 3 p.m., all things being equal. Now, let's get back to our conversation, all right? And once again, I said it's one of those impossible scenarios. Impossible because it is not the type I would want anybody to do. It's kind of like the phrase being caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. As a medical practitioner, particularly as a doctor, a surgeon, right? When faced with this type of scenarios, what do you do? Now, when the man says, "Oh, look, doctor, save my wife or save my child," what do you do? Now, the big one for me, and I've said this and I keep on saying it, is not the person's decision. It's the reason behind the decision. So if a man feels, okay, he can unilaterally take a decision over the well-being of his wife, I'm not quite sure that's fair. The same thing can be said of the woman too, because some women have been accused of making unilateral decisions concerning their body that affects the man as well. There have been cases of women who have, stayed on contraceptives because they did not want to get pregnant and yada, 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 yada. So we come once again to this impossible scenario, which is in life-threatening cases, who should have more say? How much say should the husband have over a pregnant woman's health? I'm restricting to this maternal mortality right now, okay? How much of a say should the husband have? Welcome.
And now, hello Port Harcourt with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
So 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. These are the studio numbers. Please make use of them. There's a call screener. Take your calls. You have your name set up, and I get to have a good conversation with you. Now, send us a message on WhatsApp. The number is 08090306416, 08090306416. Messages coming through. Let's get this one. This one says, Jude, the woman is already in serious pains, so she can't make real analytical decisions. So the doctors have the final say by taking the best decision that favors the situation on ground. All right, we have an anonymous caller on the line. Let's get to say hello to the person. Good morning to you, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, please. You have a right to remain anonymous. Please make your submission, please.
All right. Sorry. So based on the discussion we are having, I recall you stating all the problems the woman faces during pregnancy, which is true, and no matter how a man cannot feel all those things that she faces. But also making that as a point means that a man does not have anything to do with child rearing. Because if all that is given out as an opportunity to say that a man should not say anything, it means that he doesn't have anything at all to do with the children. Because from when the child is born, rather, to when the child is grown up, it will only be the business of the woman, based on the fact that the man did not carry the child for 9 months and do all those things you mentioned. So now, based on the discussion, the man should have like 40% of the chance to speak.
Okay.
Why? Because the man is the one, or in most cases, the man is the one who started the family. He's the one who married the woman. He's the one who paid the bride price. I know there are some situations where things may differ, but in most cases, it is the man who does all these things. So at least he should have a right to speak. But in a case like that, the doctor should have the final say.
Aha.
Neither the man nor the woman.
Okay.
But whatever he says but whatever she says as a doctor should be communicated to the couple, and they have to agree to his decision.
All right, thank you very much. We have another anonymous caller. In fact, we have a lot of anonymous callers this morning. Go on, please. Okay, this is Zion. Okay, Zion is speaking to us from GRA. Go on, Zion.
Ever since we abandoned our traditions and beliefs, we always find ourselves on the crossroads. In the days of our fathers and our mothers, when they respect who they are, have you ever had such a situation? To be honest, in this situation, both couples have no say. They say that it's a valuable between the doctors and the king's men. What parents will even be there?
But you do know that before certain surgeries or procedures are taken, the doctors will say, "Oh, madam, or guy, these are the options before you. Take left, take right, take up, take down." The doctor has the responsibility to bring before.
That is why, like I told you, it is between the doctor and the king's men, not the husband, not the wife. At that moment, you are not in the right frame of mind.
I see.
Any decision then will be due on due influence. Out of the pain, out of the confusion. What you are not thinking right. So we invite the king's men. The ones in Bayelsa must come. The one in Edo State must come. The one in Lagos must come. This is what is on ground. Doctor, even these ones must come. Doctor, now you go school, as we normally say in our palace. What do you want us to do? Now the doctor will now say, well, on this and this is what we should do. That is when the king's men will now weigh the decision. This is our daughter.
Okay. All right. Zion, thank you very much. Muriel, we lost that caller. That was Muriel in Okrika. Now let me get to read your messages. And I really want to get as many messages. Keep calling. But we need to also engage those who are having a conversation with us via WhatsApp and our social media handles. Asatikoe says situations like this requires the agreement of both partners prior to the surgery. However, when there is a conflict of interest as painted by the story in medicine, the patient's decision is ultimate, irrespective of who is involved, husband or not. As for the baby in the womb, like I heard you trying to say, when in contest with a bigger life, the decision still lies with the carrier, being the mother. And even when she's incapacitated to make this decision, the doctor will, in 99% of the time, choose the carrier over the fetus. Really? If the husband loves her that much, as the case implies, these decisions would have been agreed before now. Interesting. Now, as it is in the construction sector, so it is in the medical sector. Interesting. When the client hires the services of an architect and the construction engineer, it is only expedient for the client to pay the monetary sum as estimated by the architect and the builder and allow him to do their job from drawing to casting of foundation to painting. In the medical sector, it is the primary objective of the doctor to save life. In the case of 50-50, the client who brought the medical challenge has little or no say in the case. It is now absolutely in the scientific and biological purview of the doctor or doctors to use their expertise to save a life with every tool and knowledge available to them. For the sake of this discussion, the husband only has one statement to make if he must make it, and that is, "Doctor, just do your job and may God use you to save a life." If the couples are consulted, their statement must be, "Doctor, just do your job and may God use you to save a life." If the wife is consulted, her statement shouldn't fall short of, "Doctor, just do your job and save a life." Subjecting the doctor to save either baby or mother's life will put the doctor in panic mode, and who knows what may happen. When a medical challenge is brought to the hospital, the doctor will explain everything. All you have to do is to tell the doctor to do his job. You don't tell a doctor what to do and how it should be done. Conclusively, doctors are not gods. They are only a tool used by God to save a life. Charles Cottrell. Interesting. Good morning, Jude. For me, anybody that will take my life should not enter my womb, because I did not take another mother's life. No matter the situation, the mother is the patient, because the hospital and society knows the mother. how's the baby's going to help? Remember, we can have many children, but we cannot have many mothers. Interesting. Interesting. Good morning, Jude. Tammy here. I am a surgeon. It is clear any patient above 18 years of age who is competent, that is, who has no illness affecting her mind or ability to make decisions, can and should give consent by herself or himself. So the lady should give consent regardless of the detrimental effect on her stands. There are some special circumstances. For instance, if she is bleeding torrentially and the surgeons believe that taking out her womb will be the only way to save her life, since she may be under anesthesia, her next of kin, who is most likely to be her husband, can be asked to give consent before proceeding. Obstetricians have a responsibility to the lady because more often than not, the lady being operated on by the doctor who has been monitoring her pregnancy, they haven't meant the unborn baby. Maybe the pediatricians may have a different opinion. This is clear in medical ethics. The woman say is sacrosanct. In my opinion, her health and life comes first before considering the baby. In addendum, in medicine, there is something called patient autonomy, where the patient, that is the lady, is to be given all the options and their consequences, but she, the patient, makes the final decision on treatment option to be taken. Yes, this is what I know. Thank you very much, Dr. Tammy. The patient is given all the options. You now make your informed decision. All the options. Say, radio people, now they confuse us. So radio people say that when she's pregnant, the man is equally pregnant. Now it's time for life-threatening decision. Now the woman in our conscious state, how, Jude? The baby is not the patient, only the mother is. One Love says. Interesting. Let's get back to the phone lines now, shall we? 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. When you call in, just talk to the call screener. Your details will be taken and we'll have a great conversation with you here in the studio. Now, Facebook and X, that's Twitter, at Nigeria Info PH. At Nigeria Info PH, that's where you will find us. We're talking about maternal mortality. And my question this morning, once again, I said I'm really interested in the reason behind this decision is this. In a life-threatening scenario, how much say should a husband have over a pregnant woman's health? Life-threatening decision. What should I do? What should we do? The woman says, let's go left. The man says, but I don't want to go left. I want to go right. The woman is the one in this particular scenario. But let me say this, right, before I get back to the phone line. Now, because they are a unit, it should be said clearly. I have to say this, right? From what I've read and from some of the great stories that have been shared on this platform, as long as they're a team, one's decision will always affect the other person. That's the truth. Once again, I do not envy anybody, nobody. I don't wish this on anybody in this impossible, very impossible scenario. All right, so Frank on WhatsApp says, good morning, Jude. It has to be both parties coming together. Life-threatening decisions are never easy to have. I agree that more emphasis should be on the woman because she's the one in the primary pain. But the man should also be there to contribute because sometimes some decisions cannot be taken alone. Some decisions cannot be taken alone. That's from Frank. Thank you very much. Dominic is on the line. Dominic is speaking to us from Igruta. Dominic, welcome to Hello Port Harcourt.
Morning.
Good morning.
And I've been hearing what's going on and other people's comments. This scenario is kind of how I lost my only elder sister, so I'm so emotional about it.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Not a doctor, not a medical personnel in any way. And I don't have to be emotional. I'm just being real as a realist. The woman shouldn't be blessed in any way or in any level whether her life would fall under any option of like this. Or first things first is that any challenge, the woman's life should be prioritized. That's what I think. I've not married before. I hope to. That's it.
Totally understand, Dominic. Well, thank you very much. It must be a very difficult call to have made, but I appreciate you for taking out the time to share that story with us. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's not going to be easy, and it's interesting that someone who's had that experience, has just joined in the conversation. He's of your opinion that the woman's life be prioritized. That's it. The woman's life should be prioritized. IJ says, good morning, Jude. There are some pains that only women can understand. But in those pains, sometimes women don't even get to think properly. It would be good that the doctors get to explain these things before it gets to that point, so that when it does happen, they already know what to do. That's why people should be encouraged to go for family planning and also go for antenatal care. These are the kind of things that they get to teach. It's sad, Jude, that a lot of men don't even follow their wives to antenatal care. IJ. I don't know if a lot of men don't go. I don't know. I don't have the stats. But yes, I agree with you that these are the kind of things that they get to highlight, when you go for antenatal care. When they are teaching the woman, okay, this is what you should expect, breathing exercises and yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. So it will be good, to have men go along. In fact, I'm looking forward to that. I think I should go for all of them, if I can, work permitting, that is. But yeah, sure, go, get to learn. When there are scenarios, right? Discuss them with your doctor. Seriously, discuss them with your doctor. All right, like I said, we only have about a minute left. I'll quickly wrap up this morning. The aim of this conversation is always, to give you guys information, have further discussion. If you are listening to us and your partner is expecting, have this conversation. Sit down, talk, plan. Nobody's hoping or praying for bad things to happen, but we are in life, and life does happen to every single one of us. You cannot escape it. So you can follow me on social media on Mamigwe Jude. That's where you find me on X, that's Twitter. Also Jude Samuel on Mamigwe on Instagram and also on Facebook. Another fantastic day of conversations. I've had a great time sharing great music with you. I'm going to do so before I leave very shortly. And then let's not forget, you can follow us on social media talking about Nigeria Info at Nigeria Info PH. Tomorrow is Friday, people. 22nd, Friday. The month was just like 2 days old a few hours ago. Here we are, 22nd in a few hours. Please do well. Have yourself a wonderful time and keep listening. More conversations on your way. Arsenal were amazing yesterday. Would they replicate the same success over the weekend? It's a long weekend. And it's Tottenham coming up next. Man United. Well, let me tell you, they'll be talking about you guys later on from 7 p.m. On Akosi and the rest of the sport gang with details, information, and obviously banter for days.
Kokoma, a standby, a DBC Conga, oh my miss baby.